What's going on, everybody? I'm Patrick from POWLAX, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you a great little set piece that you can run within the confines of the 21-12 motion offense. Our players called it Conshu. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when we come out with brand new videos. Now, this video and its corresponding playbook PDF will live on POWLAX.com under the Set Plays section. Now, you can gain access to the playbook PDF by becoming a member, silver or above, and that membership actually gives you access to all of these playbook PDFs that correspond to all of these videos. Now, the memberships start here. It's $5 per month, $50 per year, and if you become a member, you get access to everything, and you can download, print out the playbook PDF, and put it in your playbook and have it forever. Now let's get into the Conshu set play. So, first thing is that the Conshu set play lives within the confines of the 21-12 motion offense. Now that's important because when you're teaching players how to play, you don't want to just teach them a specific play. You want to teach them how to play within the confines of a motion. Now, 21-12 is based on two groups of three players, the three midfielders, the three attackmen. Now, they're going to be trained to move their group of three from a 21 set, which is two players high, one player on the crease, into a 12 set, which is one player high and two players on kind of the crease level. Now, the attack are exactly the same, and they can go from 12 to 21, 21 to 12, and the whole basis of the 21-12 motion offense is to maintain spacing so that we can read the field, play quickly, find gaps, and that the players can read and react to each other rather than having one specific look. Now, with that said, sometimes we really want to get one specific player a specific look because the defense is kind of tending towards that and giving us that, but once that play is done, if it lives within the motion offense, if the look isn't there, we can just continue to play within the motion. So now let's get into the Conshu set play. So we're going to be running this basically out of a dodge, follow, float, where we're trying to get a step down shot for M3. Now, as we run this dodge, follow, float, you'll notice a couple things. First off, as M2 follows to the middle, his defenseman is going to be right in the lane between M1 to M3. So we're going to get rid of him. We're going to put him in a two-man game. The second thing is A4's defenseman. If A4 clears through here, he's going to be right in the way, and he'll probably show to the ball instead of having the crease player slide. Now, if we know crease is going to be sliding, that's going to give us a bit of an advantage. We're just going to be able to kind of pick on the fact that he's going to have to hedge toward the ball during the dodge. Finally, we are going to have A6 cut over the top. That should draw attention away from M3. So now let's go to the actual set play and show you exactly what we're talking about. So you can also gain access to this Lacrosse lab to all of my plays. You can do it for $60 a year or $25 per month if you want to share it with your team. And you can actually take all of this stuff and you can share with your team just what you want. You do have to get a Lacrosse lab subscription with that, but just figured I'd mention that as we're going through parts of Lacrosse lab. So now, our team likes to run 21-12 out of an open set to start. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that. First is we had a lot of athletic players that could run by their man, so if other teams tried to press out on us and put pressure on us, if we ran by them, we went in right on goal. For the most part, teams weren't able to slide adjacent if they were pressing as well. We either had the pass or we had a lane to the goal on the dodge. And so it also allowed us to be open and make sure that they weren't pulling the goalie to the crease and, sending a double without us knowing. And so there are a couple other reasons why we ran that. It also shortens passes, makes it easier to play quickly. Now, as M2, well, first we have to get into the regular formation. So we've got to get into a 21, and we're actually going to pull our two high players over to the top left wing, and we're going to do that to make the skip pass to the floating player easier. So as we run this, we're going to carry to the middle with M2, and he's going to throw into this two-man game. Now, once we get to here, we're betting on the fact that M3 here is going to be hot and he's going to have to hedge. Now, once the LSM is in this two-man game, he's not going to be in a position where he's going to be far enough away to really knock down passes unless he's pretty lucky or our feeder doesn't look off the pass. If he telegraphs it, of course, they're going to be able to knock it down, but we work on that quite a bit. Now, As he comes down the alley, once again, we've got to fade with A4 to keep D4 out of the play. We're going to fade with A5 to maintain our spacing, and we're going to cut through the middle with A6 because once M3 slides, we are going to be isolating M3 and A6 against D5 here. Now, as he dodges down the alley, now, because we have a show and we have D5 pick up A6 on this cut, now M3 should be open through this skip lane, and then we should have a nice little shot on goal. And so we'll run it back one time here, and then we'll show you the live play. Now, one of the things you're going to see here is that obviously when the pass is thrown on the diagram, M3 is standing right in the way. That won't always happen, and when you see the actual footage, it's actually a bit further off. But so with our actual play, as you can see, we're kind of in our open set here. And as we carry to the middle, he now throws into his two-man game. That's going to isolate this stick here. Now, he doesn't actually get into the two-man game because we don't want the switch, right? We don't want him to switch. We just want him to be closer to the feeder than he is to the player player who's eventually going to shoot. Goes down the alley. We have our cut over the top, our float out the back, our skip through, and a nice little step down. Let's run it back one more time, full speed with no stops. Nice little dodge down the alley. One of the things I really like is how the feeder actually throws him open through the lane. And so you'll also notice that as the dummy dodge goes, the defenseman here does show, and he does try to get back, but he's just a little late. And now this feed, notice how he throws it through the lane. He throws him open, which basically means you just lead him to the outside to make him move his feet and move his body to catch it away from the defenseman. And he has a nice little snag and shoots and scores. So that is it for the Conshu set play. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys end up running it with your teams and how it works. And make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified when we come out with brand new videos. Become a POWLAX Silver or higher member if you'd like to download the Playbook PDF. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.